Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. Your top stories in just one moment. But let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis with a look at traffic and weather.
Yeah, here we go. Traffic is running pretty smoothly right now, Nick. Here it is, up and down I-91. We're in good shape. As typical for this time of day, we've got a little bit of a slowdown, 291 into 91 south, but otherwise downtown is looking pretty good, and you can see that the Pike is also in good shape. Air quality alert continues here for this afternoon and into this evening. Another day of the smoky haze that's outside. Quick look at our 22 News Storm Team smoke forecast. 4 o'clock here this afternoon. Smoke still relatively thick, but as we get into the evening hours, the smoke starts to thin out a bit. So relatively speaking, we're going to have better air here overnight tonight and into the day here tomorrow. But I still expect, especially west of the Connecticut River, the smoke will be at least visible. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s to low 80s, right on target. And we've had some showers over northern Berkshire County. In fact, flood advisory in effect, or some heavy rain advisories in effect for northern Berkshire County right now. So there is still the chance for a scattered shower here into the evening hours. We'll update our 22 News Storm Team forecast in just a few.
We have developing news in Georgia. 5 soldiers were shot today in an active shooter incident in the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. All soldiers were injured and were treated on site and were moved to the Wynn Army Community Hospital for further treatment. Officials say there is no active threat to the community. Police were notified of the shooting around 11 o'clock this morning, and the shooter was apprehended shortly after. The incident remains under investigation, and no additional information will be released until the investigation is complete. We will have additional information starting tonight on 22 News at 5. Locally today in Springfield, the attorney for City Councilwoman Maria Perez held a news conference on the steps of the Hampden County Courthouse to announce legal action on behalf of Perez. Attorney Jeffrey Morneau says they're filing a lawsuit against Josiah Gonzalez and the New North Citizens Council following Perez's termination from her position there. The complaint alleges that Gonzalez, who is running against Perez for Ward 1 councilor and the executive director of the New North Citizens Council, orchestrated a conspiracy to defame Perez, and that allegations claiming Perez embezzled federal funds were false and, quote, designed to tarnish her stellar reputation. We have an update on the woman who was facing charges after she tried using beehives to attack Hampden County Sheriff's deputies. The Hampden DA's office confirmed an arrest warrant has been issued for Rory Woods of Hadley. Officials said that Woods failed to appear for her trial date. They said, quote, while she remains innocent until proven guilty, the accusations against her are very serious. Officials also stated that when she is taken to trial, Woods must present the evidence that she endangered many employees of the Sheriff's Department who were merely doing their jobs. Texas Democrats have fled to Democratic states, including right here in Massachusetts, to fight against redistricting in their state. Earlier today, they held a news conference at the State House in Boston. Democrats say they fled Texas aiming to block a voting restrictions bill backed by President Trump. That bill involves a mid-decade redistricting effort that could give Republicans an additional 5 seats in the U.S. House. Lawmakers speaking at today's news conference said that redistricting would suppress votes, especially from minorities and marginalized groups. Back now, meteorologist Brian Lapis. We have a few showers and downpours out there this afternoon.
Yeah, even a thunderstorm or two in northern Berkshire County right now. You can see it on our clouds and radar. There it is. So Pittsfield to North Adams, you've had some heavy rain and a couple of lightning strikes as well. We got the chance for a scattered shower in the valley here through the evening hours. Let's take a look with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast. 5 o'clock here this afternoon, mostly cloudy. Again, the chance for a shower, not much showing up here on the latest 22 News Storm Team Skycast. But if you got to be going to be outside this afternoon or this evening, you know, every 15 to 20 minutes, take a look at the radar on the 22 News app on your mobile device. Overnight, we'll call it variable clouds. 7 o'clock here tomorrow morning. Temperatures once again will be in the 50s and low 60s, and gray to start the day, but then during the afternoon, and also the chance for a couple of scattered showers, as you can see here during the first half of the day. Then during the afternoon, some partial, gradual clearing to some sunshine for the end of the day. We'll track temperatures and what the weekend is looking like on 22 News starting at 5.
Jen Powell is set to become the first woman to umpire in Major League Baseball when she works games this weekend between the Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves. Powell will work the bases in Saturday's doubleheader at Truist Park in Atlanta and home plate on Sunday. Powell, a 48-year-old from New Jersey, worked spring training games both last year and this season. MLB's move comes 28 years after the gender barrier for game officials was broken in the NBA, 10 years after it ended the NFL, and 3 years after the Men's Soccer World Cup employed a female referee. Well, Heinz is settling the debate over whether tomatoes are a fruit. The food maker announced this week that they are teaming up with Smoothie King to introduce a new product, the tomato ketchup smoothie. Heinz says the drink blends real fruits with Heinz Simply Tomato Ketchup to create a delicious and refreshing summer sip. The company said the smoothies will be available for a limited time at select Smoothie King locations nationwide. The closest Smoothie King to Western Massachusetts is in Connecticut, Newington, Connecticut. That's just south of Hartford. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, our 22 News Storm Team explains how smoke from the Canadian wildfires is making its way down to our area, affecting air quality and visibility. Plus, continuing coverage on the Chicopee City Council's decision to reject a zoning proposal for the former Willimantic East and West nursing home properties. And students will be hitting the books yet again, and parents have already started back to school shopping. We'll look into how much supplies are costing this year. Brian?
Traffic is already slowing down downtown. 291 merge right through Forest Park, so keep that in mind. This is 91 south, so maybe a little extra time going through downtown. Otherwise, traffic looks pretty good. North of Springfield and east and west of Springfield on the Pike is also running smoothly. Could be a couple of raindrops here tonight and tomorrow morning. We'll track that, and of course, we're always looking at the weekend's weather on 22 News starting at 5.
And we always have updates at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and you can always download 22 News Plus, where you can watch our newscasts live and for free. We'll see you tonight, starting at 5.